It's 3 o'clock on December 31st. Happy New Year. We're headed to one of our favorite camping spots just outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico. A place called Cabezon. A quick check of the weather reveals that it's going to be colder than we thought. So hopefully we can get our new diesel heater fired up and working soon. We're running out of daylight. Either way, it's going to be an adventure. Well, we just got to camp, and this is our first time with the LF Brothers diesel heater, and we went to plug in the the muffler, and it's pretty clear that this guy got damaged in travel. So we're gonna try to bend that back out, and I don't know, hopefully get the show on the road. We'll see. And it is cooling off. Thankfully, we finally figured out our new diesel heater. This is its first time in the field, or anywhere for that matter. We probably should have set it up at home at least once. And if we had, we would have noticed that we're a little short here. So we've got a series of precarious levels carrying us up into the tent where hot, dry heat is coming out, and I will be there soon because it's cooling off. We're headed towards 19 tonight. Hopefully all of these things keep going. Otherwise, it might be cold. Lisa and I are in the tent with the diesel heater for the first time ever, and it's hot. It's 70.5 degrees up here Fahrenheit, and that is a lot hotter than what we set the thermostat at home.
And we do have the diesel heater on the lowest power setting right now, so we may try to turn it off and let things cool down a bit, just see if we can save a little bit of fuel and battery. And then once things cool down, turn it back on. It is quite early, despite it being New Year's Eve. It's only 6:30 in the evening, but it's getting cold outside, definitely a lot colder than 70. And so we thought we would just come up into the tent, hang out. We have the Alu-cab backrest and drop-down table, so it's really nice to hang out in here. Gonna play some cards, maybe watch a movie, and our little Choco is hiding underneath the drop-down table. That's her favorite place to hide up here in the tent. She loves it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to open a window, shut it down. I don't know. I'm not complaining. It works really well. We've just got to dial this in. It's on its lowest setting, and hopefully we can figure out how to manage this, because right now, yeah, it's hot.
I'm very comfortable.
Okay.
I think it's the perfect temperature
Great.
for me. But I guess the one last thing that to say about the diesel heater this evening, I'm sure we'll have many thoughts in the morning. I was very nervous about CO2,
Sure.
even though I know lots of people use diesel heaters. It's something that made me feel kind of uncomfortable.
It looks like a suicide contraption. It does.
It looks a little scary to me, but I got this little CO2 monitor. It will sound an alarm if CO2 goes up, but right now it says 0 parts per million. So
That's good.
I feel confident.
All right. Well, Happy New Year, all.
Happy New Year.
Morning from Cabezon, New Mexico. Quick pano there. I think the first night of heated camping was a success. It's about 20-something degrees this morning. Apparently the lowest was 20. In the tent, it was 66 to 70 degrees before we started venting. I opened a window quite a bit late at night because I got hot. I'm not complaining. Trust me, it's amazing. And it got down to 55 this morning in the tent. But yeah, I think things went well. We probably used more fuel than we wanted to. So we got to dial that in terms of power settings and degrees and whatnot. But I don't know. It was so good. It felt like we were cheating. But if that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
Just working on some breakfast, frying some bacon, and we were going to scramble some eggs, but the eggs are in fact frozen. So we will see what happens with that. But we have the iCamper Disco, and I really like it, but every once in a while, if there's a little bit of a breeze, it needs a screen. So I just put some tinfoil with some little clips, and it seems to work just fine.
Yeah, no. Good job, Lisa. Engineering achievement unlocked.
Now to figure out eggs.
Well, it's finally breakfast time. And I say finally because we woke up to some obstacles: frozen eggs, frozen water, frozen everything. We pulled it off with some pretty unique thawing solutions, including using a buddy heater to thaw out the water. But yeah, it's breakfast time in the desert.
kind of deer up here.
All right, here we are on top of Guadalupe Ruins. And what's really cool, well, there are many cool things about this place, but people are finding these ancient pottery shards and collecting them in piles. I think it's just so cool that people are leaving this real national treasure where it should be. Of course, it's a felony to remove these items, so that might have something to do with it, but I think it's just really cool that people are respecting the land and the heritage. It's a pretty decent hike to get up here. The truck is down that away. But yeah, these ancient folks, they found a really good place to build some ceremonial sites and some living spaces. I'd live here.
I knew if I looked hard enough in an anthill, I would find one.
What you got?
A little bead.
Oh, wow. All right. Well done. Well done. Let's add it to a pile. So here we are at the top of Guadalupe Ruins. And as others have done, we're adding some Chocó and Anasazi artifacts to the various piles around here. And taking in a view. Good find, Lisa. Well done. Oh, that's impressive.
All right, so I set up some cheese and crackers and some margaritas, and now we are gonna sit down and relax for just a few minutes. We really had an enjoyable hike and liking this site that we're at. So we're gonna start hanging out.
Okay, Chaco. Lisa, let's talk about the last 24 hours. Starting with the new addition to our setup here. First time used in the wild, our diesel heater. How'd it go? What do you think?
I thought it was wonderful. So last night when we got to camp, or yesterday afternoon, when we got to camp and started getting all of the parts out of the bin we had it in, we saw that the flange where the exhaust pipe, or the muffler rather, goes in had gotten bent a little bit. So this morning, as we were packing it away, there's a little section of tubing that it had come with, and so we put that inside of that flange. And so today, when we set it up, it was unblemished. So that's going to be our new.
It definitely traveled a lot better.
Routine.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, speaking of traveling better, yesterday we didn't have any diesel fuel in it when we got to camp, but today we did have diesel fuel, and one of the selling features of the LF Bros heater is that it has a gas cap similar to an automotive gas cap, or same as, and so it didn't leak any diesel fuel at all while we were driving around today.
Yeah.
So that I was really pleased about that.
For sure. And what about, like, I mean, for me, I gotta say, the performance of the heater itself, I don't know, I feel like it's the same thing as like with a refrigerator, right? You think initially, why would anyone need a refrigerator to go camping? Why can't you just use a cooler? Well, I'm like, it's nicer. And it's like, it's the same with a diesel heater. Like, well, you know, why don't you just get more blankets? I was shocked at how nice, how cozy the dry heat was upstairs all night long, and how much noise the thing didn't make. I don't know. I'm a fan.
I've heard other people talking about their other brands of diesel heaters having a ticking sound from the fuel pump. With this one, when it was on, if I was down next to the tailgate, right next to it, I could hear a little bit of a tick, but up in the tent, couldn't hear a tick at all. The sound from it was just kind of a real pleasant white noise.
For sure. Yeah. Agreed. Moving on. So anyway, as cozy as it was up in the tent, sometimes up towards 70 degrees until we started venting, opening part of the tent. As cozy it was inside the tent, it was pretty cold outside. It got down to 20, and we saw this coming, but we didn't do anything about it. We woke up to a whole lot of frozen water.
Yeah. Every drop of water that we brought was a solid cube of ice.
Yeah.
And I've never heard other people in their winter overlanding videos talk about frozen water as an issue. So maybe they've got it sorted. And so if you know how to prevent frozen water, let us know. But we think our plan for tonight is to put our smallest water jug up in the tent with us, so that in the morning we can make some coffee.
Because we were up to some shenanigans this morning trying to thaw some water. So it got a little silly, and it took a lot of time. And a lot of you are probably watching this and saying, duh, dude, you need to drag that up into the tent, or use the thingamajig from so-and-so. But we woke up to just blocks of ice, and it took a long time to get enough water to make a cup of coffee. So that will not be happening tonight. We're going to haul that Dometic 3-gallon guy up into the bed, even if I have to sleep on it it's going up there. That's all there is to it. We need coffee in a timely fashion, not after elaborate Rube Goldberg constructions.
Yeah, creative.
Creative.
Yeah.